Need some clothes. Hello? Hi, this is, I guess my first mission log. I've been cryogenically frozen for quite some time now. I think it has to do with something with, my friend invented this time machine out of a pencil sharpener. And I don't know how I ended up here. I think it has to do with something, he wanted me to conduct some science experiment, and now I'm locked up here in space. And I don't know how long I've been frozen for. It would kind of help if I had a watch, but from the alignment of the stars, I would say it's about 50 years since I last was seen on planet Earth. So the year was 2017, so I think I'm recording this about 2067. My God. Well, welcome to the first episode of Josh without Matt. So this is Matt and Josh, or whatever.
Let's see if the man can take lead poison.
So to continue this mission log, have you ever had a bad experience with an ape? More like a chimpanzee, gorilla, you know, great ape. You know, sort of related to them, give and take if you're into that. That's a whole can of worms. There's a few I could reconcile with. There's, you know, I know this guy named Gary, and him and his brother went to this zoo, and it happens that he had blueberries stuck in his front pocket, his brother, and the gorilla just they just kept going. They just went wild with the blueberries, and the way he told the story, it was just so filled with emotion, and I couldn't take my eyes off him, to be honest. It was just this horrific story about how these gorillas just wanted these blueberries and they tore his brother to shreds, and
everyone screamed and Tommy jumped in after me, forgetting that he had blueberries in his front pocket. The gorillas just went wild. They jumped all over his body and threw him around like a rag doll to get to those blueberries. One gorilla would throw him to another gorilla who tossed him to another. Everyone panicked and cried out for somebody to help, but it was too late. The gorillas beat him to death before the zookeepers could gas them all. My acting got my brother killed. I've had to live with that every single day. Anyway,
there's that. There's this one guy, this hobo I met. He did something happened to his house. I don't know. Something he's talking about, like this monkey took his house. And I don't know what happened to it. I think some catastrophic event. And I don't know. He explains it here.
Yeah, one time I had the monkey. He stole my house, man. I crumbled. I was like, monkey, get away from my house. So I took him, Adri, and then he blew up.
Okay then.
And then there was me. And personally, what happened to myself, it was me and my friend Matt. He's the one who invented the pencil sharpener time machine. And we were sitting around a campfire, and we were just telling ghost stories, and from then on, this memory I can't get it lodged out of my brain. It's just haunts me every night. Every time I think about it, it's just every time I go to sleep, I just see this image of this great furry ape, and so we're telling ghost stories, and I think it smelled the marshmallows and the s'mores we were making, and it just drawed it closer and closer to us, and it dragged me into the woods.
I don't know, Matt. This place is starting to freak me out. I'm starting to hear noises everywhere. I think we should just ditch this club and just get the hell out of here.
Yeah, it sounds like a great idea.
Like, I don't know what the hell was that? Oh my God, no!
It dragged me away. And it dragged me away, and we ended up killing the beast.
Say hi to Henry and the Hendersons for me.
Because we didn't know what was going to happen. You know, I could have been, you know, my insides could have been turned inside out. I could have been, you know, regurgitated and, you know, fed to their younglings or something. I don't know. But finds out it was the wife of two individual last great apes called they were Sasquatches. And turns out that it was a mother desperately trying to feed its children, and it wanted some of the s'mores, and we ended up killing it. And we found out later from its husband, or whatever you call different species that are together, that they only eat mushrooms and berries.
We eat berries and mushrooms, you fool!
And we killed pretty much the last of their kind, so the father's the only one alive. The kids end up dying, so we don't really know what's going on with those, with that sort of species right now. But anyway, push comes to shove. You know, so this great ape, Homo erectus, I think is its scientific name, the father of the children was trying to tell us of her inevitable death. And since we killed its pretty much family, it didn't really tell us what it wanted. It didn't tell us anything. It just kind of said, you guys are doomed. I don't care what happens to you. My species is completely going to die out now because of you. So it's only fair that your species dies out with me as well. So that comes to the movie review, which this movie came out 50 years ago. So I'm just going to talk about it now because it's the freshest thing out of my memory because I came out of cryogenic sleep. So this movie is called Rise of the Planet of the Apes, War of the Planet of the Apes. What is this movie called? Right here. So anyway, that movie. It stars Andy Serkis, you know, this guy here. And you might know him from roles such as this and such as this. So, you know, starts out Gollum, pretty much the most in-depth, crazy visuals I ever seen on a CGI character ever in my life. It's crazy. The thing is pretty much there. And then you get movies like this, which look like garbage. And so, and then he goes on to doing motion capture for King Kong. You know, the being the one character that's, you know, the star of the film, having, you know, King Kong he's the one CGI character. So that was the first time the CGI character was the main star of the movie. And then forward through time, he became Caesar from the Planet of the Apes movies, the new reboot. Or, you know, they're pretty much, I mean, they're still connected, so I wouldn't really call it a hard reboot as it is. But, I don't know, this movie, I think this movie was my favorite out of all the new renditions of the Planet of the Apes movies. I enjoyed, obviously, Andy Serkis as Caesar, and They had a cameo of Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong's in this movie, and I'm like, what? Donkey Kong? I never knew they were gonna put him in the movie, but totally they did, and you know, it kind of paid off. You know, he got a little brown in his hair. You know, he's still black. He's still a big gorilla, but like, I think that if they threw a red tie on there, it would have been too much. They would have gone like, I don't know about that. You know, Donkey Kong, you're pushing Donkey Kong on us too much. You know, you gotta like kind of, you know, catch in your head to really get the Donkey Kong reference. And so the movie starts out, you know, everything is, you know, how it was last seen in the last movie. You know, the apes are, you know, pretty much gaining their territory. They're settled in the woods. The humans are afraid of the apes still because pretty much, you know, what the heck is that? That ape, he you know, he kind of ruined things for any coexistence with Caesar and the humans. So that continues on. The humans are engaging their territory, wipes out a good portion of the troop, and I'm not going to mention who exactly gets wiped out, but just say it's important. Caesar has another son. His name is Cornelius. If you know anything about Planet of the Apes, you would have that ring in your head. There's a lot of moments like that where you're like, oh, whoa, I know what that name is. I know that thing. You know, and you know, things like that. There's only a few issues I have with the movie. They're just minor, nitpicky little things. It's like, there's this one part where Caesar and his troop, like 4 other apes, are like following the, you know, pretty much the humans that are trying to find Caesar's like ultimate troop, which is on the run right now because the territory has been found. And they're all in tanks and they're all on the beach, and like Caesar and his buddies are just riding horses chasing down this, you know, this whole tanks and this whole brigade, and it's just like if they look right behind them, you'd see Caesar on a monkey, Caesar on a horse, and no one cares to turn around, I guess. I don't know. There's that, and at the end, they try to tie everything up. It just seemed like kind of like a Moses kind of vibe to it, like with you know, they go to the new land and like everything is happy and spiritual. They find their, you know, the land, the promised land, so, you know, and it's just the events that happen within the movie seem so close to the events that happen in the first original Planet of the Apes that like their memory of the humans and how they don't have any intellectual, you know, being or intelligence whatsoever is just kind of baffles me a little bit, because their timelines seem like very narrow compared to before, where I felt like it was centuries and centuries that the apes, you know, ruled over Earth, and it just seems like, I don't know, maybe 50 years or maybe even less. I don't know. It's I mean, Cornelius, if you know anything about, you know, Cornelius, he would, you know, become one of the main scientists of the ape you know, community, and you know, he's a big part of the original Planet of the Apes, and he's Caesar's son. So if, you know, just to think Cornelius has no really recollection of that, it's just kind of, you know, like you would think he would know, especially like with the other adult apes such as this one here, you know, seen in the movie. It's just, you would think someone would know that humans weren't always this, and this virus came about to make them, you know, more like this. So, I mean, overall thoughts, it was probably my favorite out of all the movies, and I give it a solid watch. I would recommend it. I mean, rating systems don't really matter anymore. But if I was gonna rate it personally myself, I give it a 7.5 between a 7.5 and an 8. You know, so take that as you will. That rating system's out of 10, by the way. I gotta go before I lose communications. So I'm signing out. Star Command, if you copy, please receive this message. Thank you.
If you like abusing poor defenseless animals like this, how could you do this to some person? Like, they're like a family to you. They're like so cute and cool. How can you do this to them?
Excuse me, can I have my cat back, please?
Who the hell?
Give me my cat back, man. Okay, I'm sorry, baby. Come on. Thank you.
Call 1-800 animal abuse shit. Ow! Today.